Okay, I've got the butter in there. Now the key to doing ghee, it's a slow process, you're not going to get it done quick or you'll burn it, is you have to have it on low heat. And what you're doing, what ghee is you're taking all the milk fats, the lactose, the sugars, and you're clarifying it. So if you hear clarified butter, basically this is what it is. But you're taking out all the milk solids and all that have the lactose, the sugar. And so if you're lactose intolerant and stuff, ghee is a good option. But it also has a higher smoke point, so you can actually fry with it and different things that you can't do with butter because of the milk fats. Basically, you're going to, when I get close to getting done, you're going to see little black spots in there. Well, that's the milk fats, the lactose, the sugar. And so I'm going to let this set here on low heat, and I'll check it a little bit later. Check back in with you. Okay, do you see that film on top? Okay, I'm going to be scraping that off. I've already scraped some off, but that is some of the lactose coming up. Whoop. I think it got a little steamy. So, anyway, I'm going to get to scraping this off. All you do is you take just something, and I hope you can see this. It's getting a little fogged. See? And you just scrape that off. Just easily doing it. Okay? Alright. I don't think you can see it too well because it got a little steam, but you kind of got the general idea. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, as you can tell, I got the biggest majority of that white foam off. That would be probably the milk solids, some of it, the cream. So, you want to take that off, and you're going to let it set. If you notice it's a slow simmer, you're going to do it basically at a low simmer, and just let it cook. It's not a fast process, so if it's something that takes too much time, then I think it's worth the money, and I control what goes into it. So there you go. And if more white foam presents itself, then skim it off. Alright, be back. Okay, if you look down in the very bottom of that, I'm not sure if you can actually see it or not, but there's little black specks down there. That's how you know it's done. So I'm going to pull it to the side, and I'm going to let it cool just a little bit. Alright, and then over here, let it just, I've got a cheesecloth, and I've got a jar, and I've got a rubber band wrapped around it, so I'm going to pour it in there once it cools off just a little bit. So, more to come. Okay, I'm going to move this down here where we can see it just a little better. Alright, so here we go. It's going to be a slow progress. That's not going to be too bad, actually. Whoops. I think we filled that one up. Yes, we did. We filled it up. But here you go. I want you guys to see this. Look at this. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so let me get another jar. Okay, so I went and got another jar, and then we're just going to pour the rest of this in there. And if you look down in the cheesecloth, you'll see all the little black pieces. We skimmed a lot of the cream off the top, and what is left down in the bottom is, well, you can't see it. Let's see if I can bring it over here. There we go. See all that? That is milk fat solids, meaning that's where your lactose sugars, and that's where when you're making ghee, you want to get that out. Okay, so I'm going to show you some liquid honey. Okay, I'm going to pour a little bit Well, it's going to have to cool a little bit. But there's some liquid honey. It's not really honey, it's liquid butter, but it looks like honey, doesn't it? And you could also actually take and make caramel sauce with that too. So it will solidify just a little bit, but not, I mean, it won't get solid. You took all the solids out of it, but it will get a lighter color. So that is what we strained out of it. So once it cools a little bit, then I'm going to take a little bit of that and put in here because it's not quite a full jar. So kind of split it up a little bit. But you can cook with it any way that you want. You can make your bulletproof coffee with this, especially if you're lactose intolerant, meaning, you know, the sugars. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed.